Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in today's video we are going to take a close look at the Ouya in 2020. Yes people, I picked it up secondhand in very good condition. But now you're thinking, why an Ouya? I'm going to show you. But first let's talk about the Ouya and what do we get with package. And of course I have an extra controller. The Ouya was on Kickstarter in 2012 and it's basically an NVIDIA Tegra 3 system on a chip. Nowadays it's not supported anymore by Google or better yet like Android because it's a pretty damn old prehistoric version. It's basically prehistoric version 4.1. Yes, but there's a reason why I picked it up, because in this video we are going to talk about also Emulation. So it's an old Android, but we still can play some old Android games. I found some fun ones and we can play some retro emulation on this device. So let's see what we can do with this mini arcade retro machine. Ouya is obscure, it's more like a collectible, but they are not very expensive to buy, or the one I picked up was not very expensive. It even came with 2 controllers. So that's the reason why, and I really love these TV boxes and I think it's really fun to show with you the Ouya and all the capabilities. And don't forget, it's prehistoric, it's freaking old, but let's see what we can do with it. Before we can play, we're going to need to unpack some stuff, and I just realized that it was upside down, but you're getting the point. So this thing, I think it's brand new because there are still some tape on it, and I just wanted to show you what is the Ouya controller, how does it feel. It feels, I must say, not very good like in PlayStation 4, but it is also not very bad. It feels a little bit clunky, especially the back triggers are very weird. I'm going to show you where you're going to need to put batteries, because that is very interesting. Because we can remove both little plates, as you can see, and what we're going to see is the 2 battery compartments. We're going to need 2 AA batteries inside, so there's no lithium pack inside, so you need to replace the batteries. And as you can see, we can take a close look inside. So this is what you're going to get. I must say, it was not very easy to remove the plates, but maybe this is more like because it's a brand new or almost never used controller. What I really like about the Ouya is design, and not because design is so beautiful, but I really like what they're doing here. It's a very tiny little Android box. It has a little fan inside and it can be a little bit loud. Here at top we're finding the on and off switch. Very cool and very slick. And let's see what we have at the back, because at the back we're having the input for the internet, micro USB, we're having the power cord adapter, and as you can see we have one USB port. Alright, that's not very much. And we're having an HDMI connection. There's no AV out. So unboxed, this is what we're going to get. This is the full kit and it's very cool to have the box that I can show you over here. This time I put the controller back in the right position. And there is not much to it, but what I think Ouya, it's more like an obscure collectible nowadays. But I'm still curious what kind of games can we play with this device. So let's hook it up and let's see what we're going to get. So powered on, this is what we're going to get. It was already updated and installed by the previous owner, so that's pretty cool. So we can already start and play. Here at the bottom we're having play, discover, make and manage. We're just going to use the play option because basically the servers are offline. So what you're going to do is basically nothing, just play games and maybe have some fun. So what you can see, this is the menu what you're going to get. There are some games pre-installed and even some emulators. And don't get me wrong, this was not pre-installed by default. So here we have some extra options. And let's see what we're having here. Purchases, I'm guessing this is when you're having the online store. But again, so far I know the servers are offline. We even have an XBMC for the Ouya. It's of course out of date. But yeah, it's a very old Android box. So let's see what we're going to get. We have this Cider arcade. Looks like a fun shoot 'em up. So let's play a little bit and let's see what are we going to get with this.
Warning, incoming.
What I really like, if you need to configure your emulators or something wrong, with this little touchpad you can use the little cursor. I really like this, and this is very convenient. Alright, let's try some retro emulation.
Get ready. Power up. Power up.
Alright, so this is what you can do with the Ouya. And it's more like Ouya, because simply if you look at the emulation, it's not a very powerful device, so you're very limited to the retro emulation. So the games that you can see here in the video are basically old stuff that you can even run on different systems. But at the end, I think the Ouya, it's a fun, let's say, obscure collectible nowadays. You can play some retro emulation, you can play some Android games. So yeah, this is what you can do with it. So let me know what you think of this. Did you ever own an Ouya? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, become one of the Wicked family. It would be so cool. Because that means I will see you in my next video.